I really had tough time with Instagram. I started my own little strategy with Reddit. In that, I got around 8.5K in 5 months. I made $30,000 so far in 6 months of working on this. And what I did was exactly what you taught in your course.
Tell me, what is your name? How much money did you make and when did you start?
Hey man, I'm Alan. After I saw like one of your videos in June or July, I made $30,000 so far in like 6 months of working on this. It was at the point where you also didn't have it 100% figured out yet. You were just trying stuff, you know? And then I started and I was also trying stuff. I was looking at you all the time and then I was trying what you tried. Then I was trying something different, you know? I really had a tough time with Instagram. Also bad luck with Instagram, like got a lot of accounts clapped. And then I started my own like little strategy with Reddit. That kind of worked for me. It worked in that I got around 8.5K in 5 months.
And that's crazy, man. We're going to talk a lot about the Reddit strategy. I thought that was kind of genius because I've never heard anything do it the way you did, and you were pretty successful at it. Let's talk more about the Reddit strategy later. Just tell me, like, the majority of your money, it came from Instagram, right? Like in the last 2 months.
Yeah, in the last 2 months, I started Instagram. The reason why I did Reddit first was because I wanted money for Instagram, because Instagram needs a lot of, you need phones. Yeah, you need to buy phones you need to boost, you need to do a lot of things that it's basically pay to win. If you're not a genius at making content, if you're not a genius at marketing yourself, then it's pay to win. Girls are easy to market, so you just have to get them out there. In order to get them out there, you need money. So I made a budget of like 4K for phones, for everything. I didn't use 4K as a budget, but later I had like a lot of problems, like having my account banned and had to unban it, getting meta verified, all stuff like that. So it's good that I made a lot of money in the beginning with Reddit, as otherwise I wouldn't have done it.
I think that's also the problem that a lot of people have. I know that I had that in the beginning, because in the beginning, if you don't have any money and then shit happens, like you're kind of fucked. But once you have like a bank of a couple K, then it becomes so much easier.
Yes,
exactly. The beginning is really like the hardest part that you can do.
It used to be easier, I think, like 1-2 years ago when nobody was doing it, but now also Instagram kind of figured it out, that a lot of models are AI, and maybe they're not disclosing that they are AI, so they're clapping accounts left and right. So you got to be ready for that. You gotta...
Like at the time of recording this video, there's a big ban wave going on. People get flagged for fraud or something like that. But I've found a solution for it. If you get, I actually lost an AI girl yesterday, but if you verify your Instagram account, then you don't have that issue. So I'm verifying all my accounts right now.
Yeah, it is a good thing to have. It's well worth the money.
Okay, tell us the sauce about the Reddit strategy. Because for the people that don't know, Alan has his strategy is basically build a realistic, ugly model. I'll let you tell it.
Yeah, man, the thing is that what I was saying about the Mirk, I basically went full circle. So I went back to those strategies, you know. Those strategies were just about making, because it was all text, you had to make a compelling story, because guys just want to buy the content. You can find porn on the internet, you can find whatever you want on the internet, you know, but finding a porn star that has a compelling story is kind of hard. Guys are attracted to like fantasies. They want to live a fantasy. And if you make a girl, it doesn't really matter how good she looks. How are you selling her personality? They're kind of tired of sellers. So the selling thing doesn't really work. Like if you try to sell your model directly. Like if I go on a subreddit and I say like, my name is Mary and I can sell you my nudes, that doesn't work. You're going to get banned. Also, nobody's going to buy from you. Actually, what I do is go on subreddits that I personally have knowledge about and that guys are using.
Are these like normal subreddits, like a general niche like gaming or something, or are they like adult subreddits?
Adult subreddits don't really work that well because on adult subreddits you have to push content, but you're not selling the content, you're selling the story here, you know. The content only comes after. The content is what you monetize, but you're actually selling the girl's personality. This is what they're buying. This is why they're coming to FanView. This is why they're interested in her, you know. My strategy is just going on subreddits that I know. For example, like a video game called World of Tanks. I used to play World of Tanks like a while ago. I have some knowledge on it. And on World of Tanks, you find only guys from America that are like 50 years old. They're really starving for human connection. They're really starving for girls. So when they see a girl coming in, which is me, coming in to play World of Tanks with them and talking about World of Tanks and asking like, I'm not very good at this game. Can you guys help me out? They're very happy to do that. And if also you have like if you build like a story around her, because on Reddit, the thing is you have post and comment history. And if you go to a person's Reddit profile, you can see all their history. You can see what they commented, you can see what they posted. And this is how I actually build her story, through comments and through posts. Like if I comment on World of Tanks and I say that I'm a girl, they are immediately interested. They go to the profile and they see the older posts that I made in other subreddits, which are about my life. You know, and I had guys like falling in love with this model, with this character, even before they saw any pictures of her. Of course, you're gonna get a lot of DMs if you're a girl on Reddit, because there's a secret that all-time Reddit users know. There are no girls on Reddit. They don't write on Reddit, but 60% of the accounts on Reddit are girls, you know. There are no girls on Reddit. I've never found one.
It kind of makes sense that if you go to a community like that's so niche and so with those kind of geeks in there, and then you come in as a hot girl, then you're gonna get attention.
I'm not doing anything new really. I'm just doing it with AI models. There are a lot of guys pretending to be girls on Reddit, like everywhere.
But tell me, because I heard from other people that tried it, AI content on Reddit, and they instantly get suspended the moment they upload a picture, like suspended. How do you navigate that?
Because I never uploaded any picture. I'm just telling a story. I am going to the subreddit.
At some point on your Reddit, you have pictures of the girl, right? Or only a profile picture?
Never. There are never any pictures on Reddit. I'm just talking to guys on subreddits, becoming an interesting character for them, becoming an interesting girl. They DM me and we start to talk in DMs. Most of them are really shit at talking to girls and they just show their dicks and stuff. But that's perfect, because that's actually what you want. And if you talk to them for like 2, 3, 4 days, they become very, very interested, because it's the only girl that's talking to them. And on the 4th day, on your profile, you stealthily drop Instagram link, an Instagram link that's private. And on the Instagram link, you have a link tree. Then the link tree leads to the fan view. You're not selling fan view to them. You're not telling them, go on my fan view. You're not telling them that you have a fan view. You're actually upset when they show up on FanView and they say, I'm Jim from Reddit. And you're like, how did you find this? This wasn't for you to find. I'm actually embarrassed that you found this, you know? They see it as a victory, and then they become very good spenders. Because, for example, my numbers just fast. My numbers on Reddit is like 612 chats on Reddit in 5 months. Out of 612 guys, I got 87 paying subs. Out of 87 paying subs, I got 30 guys that spent over $50, and 7 big whales that spent around 300, 500 and more. So,
and what's the biggest whale that you had? How much did that person bring in? Like the biggest? They
brought a few thousand, but yeah, it was a very rich guy. I mean, there's also some luck involved. Yeah,
I guess that it's the way it sounds to me that it's like a lot of work, because it's like manually chatting. It's not really that you go viral and you get subs, you know. It's like manually work, gooner per gooner. But I guess that if someone comes to your fan view, then the conversion rate is insane, because he already knows everything about you. Yeah,
I don't even on that model. I don't even chat on FanView. Actually, we keep the chats on Reddit because the FanView works a little bit slower for chatting. So
how do you sell media if you?
I sell them. I sell the media on FanView. Like, I'm not taking money outside of FanView, right? But I'm basically chatting to them on Reddit because it's much easier. Or maybe in some instances, I give them my Telegram. You know, if they want like a more direct link. Like if they're high spenders, then they can get that.
Okay, so a quick recap for the people. You built a realistic AI model. You go to Reddit, you create an account as a female. You build a story around that character in a subreddit that you have some level of understanding in. Then people start messaging, you start messaging people, asking for help, all that stuff. Yeah, you have the Instagram link on your Reddit. People go to your Instagram. In the Instagram is a link tree. In the link tree is a fan view. But you don't promote the fan view. People just go there naturally. And when they come, it's like, oh, you found my fan view. Oh. And I
also don't message anyone. Only they message me. I do some comments. I involve myself in the subreddit, and then I make a post asking for either help or talking about something that happened in that video game or something.
And are you still doing the Reddit method now that you also do Instagram, or are you fully focused on organic?
I don't have time. I would do it. I would keep doing it if I had like 5 more hours per day, you know. But I'm gonna go back to it actually because it's good for funneling people to your Instagram, you know. Because I'm gonna try to raise up a lot more Instagram accounts, and I'm gonna try to see how well it goes funneling traffic. Because you can make a post on Reddit, and people don't know this that are promoting. They don't know this, that if you make a post on Reddit and you're a good writer, don't use ChatGPT because they can figure it out. Reddit people are very, very smart, and just use ChatGPT for inspiration. Yeah, use ChatGPT for inspiration, but write like a girl, like a 19-year-old girl, you know, which is imperfect and a lot of expression, a lot of youthful expressions and stuff like that.
You know, you should try to get a VA and do this. If it's this successful, it will be difficult to teach someone this. Maybe you give like a good commission or something. But
I did. I tried to scale it. And I got some VAs to do it, and it just didn't have the same amount of punch, you know, that
you need to be good.
I was getting. Yeah. And I didn't have the patience to keep teaching them because I started Instagram, and Instagram took off. So it didn't make any sense for me at that point to continue my time, because you know, time is like the most important thing. To continue wasting time on the Reddit thing, and I just taught them how to do, or they taught themselves how to do chatting on FanView with Instagram customers, you know. But if you want to keep it on Reddit, if you don't want to do Instagram, if you want to keep everything on Reddit, then yeah, man, you can scale that thing. You just need to figure it out for yourself, see how it works for you. Maybe you're not going to use exactly the same strategy that I'm using. There are a lot of subreddits that you can go on, and you can get like a reach on a post. If you're in that community and you make a compelling post, you can get a reach of 50K, 80K, 150K. And that's crazy because those people are mostly reading your stuff. It's not just people looking at it, like on an Instagram picture and flying away. They're reading it and they're liking it, they're commenting on it. Exactly. Yeah. And it's a much more powerful relationship than with the people on Instagram. It's actually good value for money for them also, because they are very lonely people and they need this in their lives, you know. Like a lot of people are going to AI girlfriends, chatbots, and they're spending a lot of money on those automated chatbots. But if you have like good chatters on your FanView, then you know you can offer a much better service for them.
Absolutely, man. I absolutely agree with that. Okay, so going back to your Instagram, you said your Instagram exploded. So tell me what you did and how many followers you have, and yeah, what you did to make it explode.
I have something around 90K followers at this time, and what I did was exactly what you taught in your course. I warmed up my account properly. I started out with two accounts. One of them I fucked up somehow, or maybe it was just because the first picture that I posted was an AI picture on that one. And Instagram immediately figured it out that I'm AI, and they asked me to verify, and I got shadow banned, and then at some point I got clapped. But this other account really worked. I mean, I did everything perfect, surgical precision, exactly how you taught it. I wrote everything down. I'm not going to elaborate. I just everyone who's watching this, just watch your course. I'm not blowing up your ass right now, but it really works if you do everything there. Of course, you can get unlucky. This is why you need to have some money, because there are ways to get your account back if it gets clapped. You might make a mistake, or something might not work. You might get, you might get a guy on FanView that reports your account with another 10 of his Gunnar friends. So you need to have some money set aside. But other than that, you have a chance of getting big for free or for 300, $400 for boosting if you do everything right. But if you don't start it right, then you're fucked. Just as you start, you have to be surgically precise. That's why they need to follow the course.
Yeah, man, absolutely. If you don't, for example, like creating your account, if you create it with email, for example, you can put $1 million into boosting. But I never had any account that took off that was created through email. All those little details, you just need to do it good.
Yeah, I had Instagram accounts, 6 that I fucked up. One and these 2 that I started recently, and one of them got clapped also. So yeah, it's hard to get an Instagram going, but once you get it going, then you're all set, because you can use that one to grow others. You can do stories, you can do collabs with other Instagram accounts, and you can build like an agency. You can scale it.
Yeah, man, that's like the biggest sauce. I boosted my first AI model. I boosted it to a couple thousand followers. Now it's at 120K. Then I used that account to do collab posts with other girls, and now boom, this one 2K, this one 5K, this one 6K, and then you can just it's a lot easier and cheaper to move forward. How many subs do you think that one Instagram gets you per day?
I get somewhere between 10 and 25 subs, depending on how good a post I make. Basically, what they like, I think I figured out what they like. They like posts with carousels, with her showing her cleavage, and if her nipples are hard. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube or something. But this is just what they like. I figured it out. I had a few posts like that, and whenever I post something like that, I immediately get a lot of subs in, But it's only the 22nd now, so it's 22 days. In 22 days, I grossed almost 14K.
That's crazy, man. In 22, so this is probably gonna be like a 30K month minimum.
Yeah, if after I pay FanView, I'm left with 11.7K. This is my money.
11 point something K.
That's net after I pay FanView, because
FanView is only 20%, dude. You don't need to pay.
No. I meant I said 14K. And 11.7 net. 14K gross, 11.7K net. Yeah.
I was tripping for a second. I thought you said 22K, but you mean in 22 days I made 14. Nice.
No, just in the last 22 days. But I have something like since I started on the 1st of December to post. I have 21.5K.
It's good money, man. Especially for you. Tell people, what do you do normally during the day?
I drive a forklift. I used to do sales. I worked in sales, but I worked in sales in a poor country, so I wasn't making that much money. Now I'm making a lot more money driving a forklift here, but in the Netherlands. This is even much better. I mean, I'm making maybe 3 times as much just selling AI tits, ugly AI tits, man, because I'm the one that you're all laughing about. You're all laughing because I make the ugliest models, but they work.
No, I'm laughing because that nobody thought about doing it the way you did, by just having a realistic. Yeah, I've seen your models. They're hot, but they're not like everyone tries to create like the hottest blonde Swedish supermodel, and you just create something more normal, and it works really well because everyone is too stupid to come up with an idea like that. So it's kind of genius.
I'm gonna drop some sauce. Like if you're out there and you want to start an AI model, or if you want to do OnlyFans and want to get a model, get an ugly girl. Don't even put makeup on her. Let her be ugly, with big tits. For some reason, this works really well on Instagram, and because I think she's like more like a girl next door, and they're discovering her, and they're looking and seeing like, maybe I got a shot with this girl. I don't know. There's just something about Instagram people that they prefer boobs compared to ass. I just found that because I also have a friend that has a model that shows her ass all the time, and we started at the same point. And he's at 5K, which is very good. And I'm at 90K because my model is focused on boobs. And there you go.
That's interesting. That's some fucking sauce there. That's very interesting.
And if her face is a little bit not perfect, if she has, and if she writes in the captions that she's self-conscious about it and doesn't wear too much makeup, and maybe they think like this is a normal girl next door that maybe I have a shot with to talk to her, because I'm not perfect either.
I think also if you target like the World of Warcraft Warcraft community, etc., you come with a smoking hot 10 out of 10, they will feel insecure. But if you have a more normal girl, then they're more like,
yeah,
oh,
and
shit,
it's also not believable, man. Like, also you have I actually made the ugly AI girl the ugly AI girl because I wanted to escape that AI look, the flux faces, you know how the flux faces are. So I took a lot of elements and combined them, and that's how she was born. Because if you just use normal standard proportions, people are so sick of that. Especially there are some real girls that are, people say they are AI because their pics are well centered and they have that those faces, you know, that kind of look like flux. So that's just a look that's going away. You know, if you want to future proof your model, you need to make her special, and not necessarily like pure black or albino or vitiligo or something like that, but just give her a special looking face.
Yeah, special model or special branding or something like that. But yeah, special, I agree. Okay, so yeah, interesting, man. And just one Instagram account can make you like probably I don't know, the month isn't over, but let's say you make 20k from one Instagram account. What's going to be your strategy to go to 50k? Is it going to be exactly the same, or are you going to do a Reels Instagram account, or are you going to do a different platform?
At this point, I just want to repeat what I did. And also, this is like a good starting point to get real OnlyFans models, because with AI, it's a very lucrative. You're getting all the money. You have complete control over your model. But in order to future-proof your business, you need to think about diversifying. And AI models might get clapped. Not now, next year maybe, but who knows? Something might happen that we cannot make so much money from them. Plus, I worked in sales for 20 years. And I've sold a lot of things. AI OFM is the easiest thing I've ever sold, man, by far. I was selling stuff for dentists. There was just some invention, some liquid that they were using to take prints of your teeth, and it was like cutting edge. And I was a good salesman, but I had like 4% conversion rate for cold calling. Yeah, I was going to them and trying to sell it, and I had 4%, and we were very happy with 4%. This has, for me, 16% conversion rate, man. Like, I've never heard of any kind of sales that has 16% conversion rate on Reddit. Yeah, with basically cold calling. Yeah, it just doesn't happen.
Me neither, man. To be honest. Yeah, the Reddit thing, it's really fucking interesting. The only thing that's stopping me from doing it is that I just don't have the time to train someone to do it, nor the time to do it myself. And I think that's the biggest bottleneck. But would you say for the people that are just, I don't know, maybe someone is watching this who is like a student, and he has all the time in the world, and he doesn't have money to do boosting or something else, would you say that the Reddit is the most effective thing to do over the Instagram?
Yeah, first of all, if he's a student, start an AI business. Like, if you don't start an AI business now, you're going to be left behind. It doesn't matter if it's girls, it doesn't matter if it's chatbots, it doesn't matter if it's websites, whatever. Just start an AI business. This is the future. It's pretty clear. This is where all the money is going, even on Wall Street. If you follow, all the money is going into AI, right? So do something with AI. Learn how to use it. They're all asking. I worked in the corporate world for 20 years. They're all asking about it when you get high. When they have a job opening, they're asking if you can use AI. So yeah, do AI. This is like the easiest thing to sell. If you don't have any money to start with, if you don't have any prior knowledge of anything, if you're a student, you're just going to know what they taught you in school, which is basically useless. You're not going to know how to work in other industries. But this, selling pictures of girls, this is just very, I don't know, let's say it's in human nature to appreciate beauty, right? Human nature to appreciate a good story. Human nature to appreciate a beautiful girl. Male human nature to appreciate a beautiful girl. It's very easy for you to understand what compels a guy to buy this stuff. So, and by doing this on Reddit, or maybe some people can do it on Threads or whatever, by doing a strategy like this that requires $0 put in, yeah, you should start. You should start. In a few months of doing this, you can actually have money to promote by buying ads and make a brand for yourself. Or just scale Reddit. Scale Reddit to the point where you're making maybe even more money out of it, because there are a lot of cheap VAs for hire in poor countries. They're just waiting for an opportunity to chat for you and to do this for you.
You just need to put in the time to train them, but once that ball is rolling, you're pretty much the only one who's doing it. So it's 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 a
Yeah,
huge
not a lot
opportunity.
of people are doing it. That's true. Not a lot of people are doing it. I see some posts that I know for sure they're doing something like this, but what they do is take money through crypto or Cash App or PayPal. They're doing a more direct way, which doesn't convert as well as my strategy, because my strategy is not asking for money. It's just throwing that information out there for them to find, and some of them find it, and when they find it, they think they found it, is their idea. Is like Inception, that movie, like someone going to your brain and modifying it, telling it like it's your idea, what they want you to do.
Nice comparison, man. I like the comparison.
Yeah. And if they feel compelled by her story, they're very happy to be there, and they're very happy to interact with her. And I've actually had a guy like that was depressed. He was very depressed before starting to talk to the model. 2 months later, I think he got a new job. He got his life together just because he had that extra boost of confidence, because the model was telling him like, yeah, you're a handsome guy, you're a very good guy, you're a very smart guy. It's stupid for you to be depressed, man. Like, there are people there with no arms and no legs, or that aren't depressed.
Fuck, man, you might even save his life.
Who knows, but for sure, if it's a service that they need, they are willing to pay for it. They are willing to pay $50, $100, $500, depending on the guy, because you can find rich people there. For sure, it's doing something good for them,
Yeah, man, it's very interesting, man. Yeah, I also want you to make a module for the school about your Reddit thing, man. I think it's a crazy strategy.
It's something that's for everyone, I think. I think this is for everyone. Like, you don't need technical skills for it.
You just need to be a hustler and work like, as you like to say it, work like a dog, and be prepared to put in the hours, and you'll get there.
Yeah, but that's true for everything, man. Like, there's no business that you can start now in 2026 that doesn't need you to work like a fucking dog, because it's just... Yeah, I don't want to go into like economy or philosophy right now, man. Yeah, and if you go to a job, if you get a 9-to-5 job, and you're working hard for them, because they're gonna probably make you work hard. If you're working hard for them, you're just getting like a little bit of what you make, because a job is only gonna hire you if they can make at least 3 times more than your salary for your service. Why give them that money? You can do it yourself. You don't need hard skills to make it in this life. You can use AI to supplement for your skills, and you just need to work to learn some ways to monetize. And if you are already big at that point, so the best, how they say in Japan, like the best time to plant a tree was like 100 years ago. The next best time to plant a tree is now. So start now, and in 1 year, maybe when it's so easy for everyone to do it, you're already going to be established and have a major boost. You can get those people to work for you, maybe, or you can get real models, or you can start an agency,
Amen, man. Amen. Yeah, so for the people that are watching, Ellen is also going to start a YouTube channel. I think you're going to make your famous Reddit strategy YouTube video. It's going to be the first video on your YouTube channel. So I'll leave a link in the description to that. You guys can subscribe to his channel.